All right, it's that time for the PulseWave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. All right, so we had the Fed today, and of course, there was nothing new, and pretty much the markets are just ebbing and flowing. We got a couple of requests on here that we're going to do today as well. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's go to our first chart is gold futures. Look at gold. Gold decided that it was going to puke. It broke that trend line support, came all the way down here on its way to the top of the Kumo cloud. And what do we have here? We're in a neutral zone. So as you see here, the sellers did do what we were a little concerned about. I thought we would come down here that test that 1800, and that's exactly what we did today in gold. It just gave it all up. Here's that downside production from back here. We had the crash alert sell signal, and lo and behold, here's that downside production that everyone was patiently waiting for. What about the NASDAQ 100? Well, we came into today with a crash alert sell signal, as you can see here. And then what do? We get the downside production. Oh, my bad. Thanks, man. Forgot to turn the screen on. It would help if you could see exactly as what I was talking about now, wouldn't it? All right, so let's go back to the first chart, the gold chart. This is gold. Here, you remember last night's video, we had the narrow range inside day. I told you that the bears are still in control. What did they do? They broke the market down, got close to that top of that Kumo cloud. So as you can see here, there's the crash alert sell signal from back here. And now we're getting that downside production. Market made you wait patiently. And that's exactly what we were concerned about, that the market would come down and that 1800 was in play. And that's exactly what we see happening, right? Crazy, isn't it? I know. All right, then we went over here to the NASDAQ chart. You saw we had the crash alert sell signal from coming into today when we finally got that downside production. The trend line support down here around 13,600 is the target on the NASDAQ 100. What about the crude oil futures? Well, we got a crash alert sell signal for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Trend line support down around the $66 to $65 level is the target on that one. What about the Russell My Hustle? Well, here is the crash alert sell signal. Here's some more downside production today for you, getting closer to the trend line support around the 2260 level. That is the initial target on the move. What about silver? Well, since gold took it on the chin, wouldn't silver follow? Well, yes, it did. Here's your crash alert sell signal way back yonder. It took a long time patiently waiting. You get that downside production, and here we go, boom, as the market falls below the $27 handle into the $26 handle briefly for the day. Yep, that's how silver gives it up. We were concerned about that. What about soybeans? Well, as you can see, we're in that neutral zone. More downside production came for you today. Goodbye $15 handle. Hello $14 handle. The market is just giving it up, and it is falling over the cliff, falling outside the Kumo cloud. We talked about that last night. Now you're getting that production. Here is the Australian dollar. As you can see here, we are now in the bearish zone. Downside production, massive downside production came today. And look how long you've been holding the short in this one. Finally, you get another leg down today. The market does eventually pay you for your patience. Next up is the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar, as you can see here, pushed a little bit higher, got through the overhead trend line resistance, now testing the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance. Then the next target will be the top of the Kumo cloud. We'll see if the bears come in and have anything to say about it. But for now, we got that dead cat bounce off of the trend line supports down here. We'll see where it goes from there. What about the US dollar index? Well, same thing, except for the US dollar index had more power to the punch, still in the neutral zone though. but it was able to get past the overhead trend line resistance, got past the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Now it's in the middle of the cloud, gunning for the top of the Kumo cloud. So the US dollar index is still retracing off of its lows, and it's in the neutral zone. We'll see where it goes from there. What about the euro dollar? Well, same thing. Gave up a lot of ground today. Broke through the trend line support, broke through the top of the Kumo cloud, got into the middle of that Kumo cloud. Next target would be the Kumo cloud support. Next up is the mighty Bitcoin. I know it's been all over the place, but just like we thought, this crash alert coming into today, we did get some downside production, just as anticipated. So right now, as long as this market stays below the overhead trend line resistance, this bearish pointer back here remains in play. Need to really get above that trend line resistance. All right, the bears still have control until you can get back over there. Now, there has been some bulls coming in and trying to defend these intraday lows. So we'll see if enough momentum can get in play and wrestle control back from the bears. But right now, the bears are in control, believe it or not. All right, next is your Dogecoin. Same thing. We got more downside production today. Market was able to get to that trend line support and go right below it. Bears have this one as well. Next up is your Theta. Take a look at Theta. Here's your sell signal, and there's the downside production moving in the same category as Doji. XRP Ripple, same thing. More downside production today from the sell alert. What about the Aussie Yen? Aussie Yen had some downside production today, not as pronounced as the Australian dollar itself or the euro dollar, but nevertheless, you did get downside production today from yesterday's close. Next up was a request for BNB. BNB right now is in the bearish zone. We have a crash alert sell signal for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Right now, the market is trying to get some momentum behind it to break out of this down cycle. It wants to head higher, but the bears just won't leave it alone. Every little intraday pop you get, the bears are coming in and selling it. So BNB right now just can't get up. You're in a bearish zone and it can't seem to get out of it at this point in time. Next is a Reco. This is MXC, known as MGC Pharmaceuticals on the ASX. You got a crash alert sell signal to take note of, and you are in the bearish zone. You're below trend line support. You're below the Kumo cloud. This is a locked in and loaded bear market for this particular stock. And last but not least, sticking with the ASX, this is Peninsula Energy. You had some flip-floppage going on here. You had the crash alert sell signal, then now you've swapped over to the rally alert buy signal. All right, so this one is trying to break this downtrend channel. You are in the neutral zone, however, but it's looking like this market is trying to break. Either it's going to break out or it's going to break down and fall off the cliff. You got the bottom right here, the bottom of the Kumo cloud acting as a key support area. So as long as prices don't fall outside of there, the bulls have one last chance to get this market up and running. We'll see what happens. Is it possible to add Palantir to the reports? Let's take a look and see. Let's see. Palantir, I take it, is an equity, right? So let me see here. I think I've heard of that one. Let me see what I got for you. PALA. Yep, it's traded on the New York Stock Exchange. All right, let me see if I can get that up in there for you. System's a little slow at the moment. Let's see. It's thinking. Oh, okay. It's already in the reports. It's already in there. It's on the USA equities report on the dashboard. So it's already in the system. If it's not showing up on the report, that means it's probably a new security with not enough data yet. And once it accumulates enough data, it will start to populate on there. All right, next up we have, let's see what we got on here. All right, TLT. See what those bonds did today. All this time, I never knew. I thought, why did I think TLT was on the New York Stock Exchange? I didn't know it was on the NASDAQ. Okay, interesting. All right, so here's what happened with TLT. TLT finally put it into this downtrend back here. It got that nice run up. Then the bears came in, knocked it back down again. Then the bulls came in, took it back up, paused, took it back up. Now we're in another downtrend channel. Here's your crash alert sell signal back here. This is the FOMC day bar for today. And right now, technically speaking, the bears have wrestled control away from the bulls. You put in a short-term top right here. Trend line supports right here, though, so it is a possibility for the bulls to come back in here and defend around that trend line support area. So we'll see. You are in a bullish zone right now in TLT. So we should see what's up on that one. Good one to watch here, especially as it bounces off of those lows. You know, the Federal Reserve has been very busy buying those bonds. All right, NSTG, Nanostring Technologies. Let's see what we got. All right, here's your Nanostring Technologies. The ticker is NSTG. It's also on the NASDAQ. Crash alert sell signal coming into today. You got a little bit of downside production there before a rally into the close. Still not enough to get it back above the trend line resistance area. However, being that it didn't break any key supports, the probability is that the bulls will wrestle back control again from the bears and possibly make it rally. But it's getting close here where the bulls need to make a decision and do something like right now in the next day or two, or this one threatens. If the bulls can't defend here, then this one threatens to fall and roll over, fall off of a cliff. Overhead trend line resistance is real. This is a real resistance zone right now. Let's just say $60 is a key resistance for this one. Overhead Kumo cloud, though, will act as the initial target on any rallies if the bulls are able to defend at this area. All right, and then the next one is SMG. This will be the last one. Let's see what we got for you on SMG. All right, SMG. Okay, I have Scott's Miracle Grow. Is that the one you want? All right, Scott's Miracle Grow. Okay, this one has a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. It's in a bear zone. Here was the last signal, was a crash alert sell signal on May 10th of 2021. All this downside production was yours. Now you got that rally alert. Overhead trend line resistance back above 215 is the initial target on that one. Okay, that's on the SMG. I did see another SMG, but this one was on the ASX. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. This one was Soon Mining. So I'll just pull that up real quick. When I saw it, couldn't resist. All right, not enough data on this one, so I don't know if this is a new one or something that's not widely held, because look at the Skippy data. But rally alert for tomorrow's trading on this one. All right, that's all we got time for tonight, you guys. So FOMC is out the way, so now we can go ahead and look at the reports and place trades and have some fun and see where the market takes us from here. I think there should be some really good trading opportunities coming up here. So you definitely want to take advantage of as many as you possibly can. Go to PulseWaveTrading.com if you're not already signed up, and you can get access to these reports that will show you exactly what you need to do and where the likelihood of the next move is coming from in these markets. And with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace. Oh, and I see you. ORPH. You want me to add that to the dashboard? All right. I will add that as well. Give me about, I want to say, give me a day or so to do that. And I will do so. And that was ORPH. All right, looks like that is, I don't know if I can pronounce that, Orphazyme. And it looks like that one is on the NASDAQ as well. Okay, should be no problem. Should be no problem at all. All right, I'm out. Peace.